Have you ever apologized? Even when you knew you weren't the one at fault? Do compliments make you feel strangely uncomfortable, as if you don't deserve them? Do you constantly worry that people secretly dislike you, even when they've given you no reason to think that? If these experiences feel familiar, they may be more than personality quirks. They could be survival strategies your brain developed while growing up with narcissistic parents. Children raised in emotionally unpredictable homes often learn to prioritize safety over self-expression, approval over authenticity, and vigilance over peace. These patterns don't disappear when childhood ends. They quietly shape adult relationships, confidence, and identity. Today, we'll uncover 3 surprising traits many adult children of narcissistic parents share, and why recognizing them could be the first step toward understanding yourself in a completely new way. Let's get started. Imagine coming home from school. Before anyone says a single word, you already know what kind of evening it's going to be. You notice the sound of footsteps, the force of a door closing, the tone of a sigh, even the way someone drops their keys on the counter. Most children never think twice about these details, but children raised by narcissistic parents often learn that noticing them can mean the difference between peace and conflict. Over time, they become incredibly skilled at reading facial expressions, body language, and emotional shifts that others completely miss. People often call them highly intuitive or extremely empathetic, but beneath that gift is something far more exhausting: hypervigilance. Their nervous system is constantly scanning for danger, even in safe places. What once helped them survive childhood can quietly steal their peace in adulthood. The good news is this: healing begins the moment they realize they no longer have to predict danger to deserve safety. One of the deepest emotional scars many adult children of narcissistic parents carry is an overwhelming sense of responsibility for other people's feelings. If someone seems upset, they immediately assume, "What did I do wrong?" If a friend sounds distant, a partner seems frustrated, or a coworker appears stressed, they instinctively blame themselves, even when they had nothing to do with it. Why? Because growing up, they were taught a painful message: my happiness depends on you. When a narcissistic parent was in a good mood, the child felt safe. When the parent was angry or disappointed, the child believed they had somehow failed. Over time, this survival strategy turns into chronic people pleasing. They avoid conflict, apologize excessively, struggle to say no, and put everyone else's needs before their own. But healthy love doesn't require emotional self-sacrifice. Caring about others is beautiful, but carrying the weight of everyone's emotions is not your responsibility. Learning that difference is one of the most powerful steps toward emotional freedom. Perhaps the most invisible wound left by narcissistic parenting is relentless self-doubt. Imagine expressing your feelings only to hear, "You're too sensitive," "That never happened," "You're overreacting," or "It wasn't that bad." When a child hears these messages over and over, they begin to question their own thoughts, emotions, and memories. As adults, they stop asking, "What do I believe?" and start asking, "What will everyone else think?" They second-guess even the smallest decisions, apologize for things that don't require an apology, replay conversations for hours, and constantly seek reassurance that they've done nothing wrong. Their confidence isn't missing. It was gradually replaced by years of emotional invalidation. The truth is, they were never incapable of trusting themselves. They were simply taught not to. Healing begins when they recognize that their feelings are valid, their instincts matter, and their voice deserves to be heard. Every boundary they set and every decision they trust is another step toward reclaiming the confidence that was always theirs. If you recognized yourself in one, two, or even all three of these traits, take a moment to remember something incredibly important. There is nothing wrong with you. These behaviors are not signs that you're weak, broken, or incapable of healthy relationships. They are signs that your mind did exactly what it was designed to do. It adapted to survive. As a child, you couldn't choose the environment you grew up in. You couldn't simply walk away from emotional manipulation, constant criticism, or unpredictable behavior. So your brain found another way to protect you. It learned to read every facial expression, anticipate every mood, keep everyone else happy, and question itself before anyone else had the chance to. Those habits weren't flaws. They were survival skills. The problem is that survival skills don't always disappear when the danger is gone. They often follow us into adulthood, shaping the way we think, love, communicate, and see ourselves. What once kept you safe may now be keeping you from experiencing genuine peace, healthy relationships, and real confidence. You may apologize when you've done nothing wrong. You may struggle to trust kind people because you're always waiting for them to change. You may feel guilty for setting boundaries, even though boundaries are essential for healthy relationships. You may constantly seek approval because, deep down, you were taught that love had to be earned instead of freely given. But here's the hopeful part. Awareness changes everything. The moment you recognize these patterns, they begin to lose their power. You can finally stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What happened to me?" That small shift in perspective can open the door to healing. Because healing isn't about pretending your past never happened. It's about refusing to let your past control your future. Healing doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small choice at a time. Every time you trust your instincts instead of doubting yourself, you're healing. Every time you say no without apologizing, you're healing. Every time you stop taking responsibility for someone else's emotions, you're healing. Every time you speak to yourself with kindness instead of criticism, you're healing. These may seem like small victories, but over time, they create profound transformation. Remember this: the cycle can end with you. The emotional wounds that may have been passed down through generations don't have to continue into the next one. By choosing self-awareness, healthy boundaries, self-respect, and compassion, you're not only changing your own life, you're changing the lives of everyone you'll love in the future. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which of these three traits resonated with you the most? Was it constantly reading other people's emotions? Feeling responsible for everyone's happiness? Or always doubting yourself? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to realize they're not alone. Sometimes a single comment reminds another person that healing is possible. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos on psychology, emotional healing, relationships, and personal growth. Every week, we explore the hidden patterns that shape human behavior and give you practical insights to build a healthier, more confident life. Thank you so much for spending these moments with us. Take care of yourself, be patient with your healing journey, and never forget, you are more than what happened to you. Your past may explain your story, but it does not have to define your future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.